You're watching The Wave. I'm Franc Han Shih. Thailand's Securities and Exchange Commission and Central Bank are set to launch a sandbox program for tourists to exchange cryptocurrency to regulated wallet for buying services in Thailand. Jirayut Srupsrisopa, founder and group CEO of Bitkub Group Holdings, will share his insights on cryptocurrency development and digital services. And he joins me now. Kun Top, thank you for your time.
Thank you. สวัสดีครับคุณ Frank.
Thank you
for having me.
Right. Actually, recently we have a lot of news on cryptocurrency development and cryptocurrency payment in Thailand too. What's the impact for the program that I just talked about from SEC and BOT to really push for crypto adoption in Thailand?
First of all, I would like to acknowledge that the Thai government is really on par with where the world is heading. As you see, the US economy, the Genius Act has been passed recently. The Genius Act is about flourishing the US dollar stablecoin as payment. Last year, US dollar stablecoin payment accounts for 30 trillion US dollars, which is more than the size of the US economy. And this year, it is projected to surpass last year's volume of transaction. So it is the future of payment, and the US is leading the wave for this. As of last week, Donald Trump, the president, just signed the bill, and that's the kickstart of the new wave of the financial revolution, where the US is leading the world on this. And I mean, credit card system has not, credit card, the system that we've been using has not been updated since World War II, since the Diners Club, 1950s, right? Visa, MasterCard. But now we're living in the internet century. So I'm very happy that finally the payment system for the world is updated, and Thailand is really on par with the sandbox happening. The government is trying to push for the future of payments. In other words, cryptocurrency as payment to happen in this country, which is just right around the corner with where the US just signed off the Genius Act. I would say we are more advanced than many other economies in this region, and the country is moving at the right direction. Especially, the Thai economy is heavily reliant on tourism and global economy. We're so interconnected now. If we're not updating the payment system, then the tourists would just go to other countries in this region instead, because they find it easier to pay for things with their crypto. The cryptocurrency market is growing really fast. The cryptocurrency industry is generating new millionaires and billionaires, right, every year, more and more. And we want those new money, the middle class up and coming, to be able to pay for things easily in the Thai economy. Otherwise, the opportunity will just go elsewhere. So I'm very glad that Thailand is pushing on the right agenda that is in line with where the world is heading.
Yeah, as what you said, with a Genius Act already signed by President Donald Trump, and now I think you've also seen the growth of cryptocurrency in the world in recent period too. Also, I think Thailand's government a few months ago talked about the G token for Thailand's government to release, or for more people to purchase government bonds too. What's your sense about it? I think some Thai people on the ground, they are still suspicious of stable coin. They do not know the concept. What should the government do to convince them?
Again, I have to acknowledge the fact that the Thai government is really pushing the right agenda that is in line with where the world is heading. Another vision that is very clear now is that on-chain economy is going to be huge. right? Everything is going to be on chain. All of the financial assets, all kinds of financial assets would be tokenized. Anything that can be tokenized will be tokenized going forward with the four revolutionary bills that has just been passed in the US. We're just kick-starting of the financial revolution, the new Wall Street. In other words, the new Wall Street has just begun, and in the future, it's just a matter of time when the government bonds is going to be on chain. It's just a matter of time when all the securities would be tokenized and be on chain. It's just a matter of time that we tokenize carbon credit. It's just a matter of time, a matter of when we're going to tokenize real estates, right? Fractional ownership of real estates. And with the government leading the way with the G token, by the way, the economics is the same, right? It's the same as the traditional GE paper. We can call them in the previous government bond GE paper, right? This is same commercial, same economics. We just updated the format to make it more efficient. We're just converting from a physical format into a digital format. That's all. The rest is the same. You can apply the same logic, same commercial, same thinking. It's just converting from a hardware to a software. And if with the government leading the way, private sectors are going to follow. I think it's the right approach.
Right. Of course, you've been to many places, no matter in China or in Southeast Asian countries too. Do you think Thailand still ahead for the development in cryptocurrency or in digital connectivity? Do you think Thailand right now still have the opportunities to really grow such, no matter its connectivity or digital platform or even cryptocurrency tokenization? Do you think Thailand right now is still ahead of other countries too?
If you talk about the overall digital economy, Thailand is not ahead. We are falling behind. And we have been falling behind for a long time. Most of the digital platforms created over the past 20 years are not really Thai-owned platforms. They're provided by international players. And this is impacting our national sovereignty. These are all the invisible critical infrastructure of the future that we are heavily reliant upon on foreign providers providing the invisible infrastructures. And the digital economy can only get bigger from today. This year, they said that at the summer Davos, that the digital economy accounts for 15.5% of the overall global GDP, which is quite small, one fifth of the overall GDP, global GDP. But in the next 10 years, the growth rate is crazy. In the next 10 years, the digital economy will account for 70%, 70% of the overall global GDP, right? Three-fourths of the overall GDP, which is huge. Look at China. The digital economy accounts for 44% already, almost half. GDP comes from digital economy. They are fostering digital trade. They are fostering service trade. They are fostering digital service trade. They are pushing on the Greek trade activities. Whereas Thailand, we're still heavily dependent on physical trade, exporting of rice, exporting of rubber, exporting of automobile like parts, tangible products. We've been stuck in the middle income trap for 50 years now. Producing high volume, low margin products, secondary economy, primary economy, agriculture, manufacturing, and Thailand is stuck, in the secondary economy, in the middle income trap. So we are falling behind, and we are the only aging population in the ASEAN region. The average working population in the Philippines is 30 years of age. The average working population in Indonesia is 25 years of age, whereas 20% of the Thai population is above 60 now. We're going to be named super aging economy in the next 5 years, where 1/5 of our population is above 65 years old. we are even older than the global average, right? So this is quite critical data.
For the digital economy, of course, last time we talked about earlier this year, you urged the government to sign DAFA that Thailand can really connect with other Southeast Asian countries and ASEAN countries here. But of course, you went to Davos with our Prime Minister too, and this time you also met some business leaders and government officials from Thailand too. For the digital economy part, how can Thailand and Thailand's government really push for that? Because you already raised some alarming calls here. Of course, whereas cryptocurrency, of course, Thailand right now is still leading the way, but the gap is shrinking. What can Thailand government do now?
I mean, the world is moving towards regionalization, right? Not forget globalization. The world is more fragmented. Now we're moving towards a pre-something world. We're not living in the post-world order anymore. The dynamics, the geopolitics is very different. So many of the medium-sized to small countries are coming together as a region, and we are one of them. Right? We are joining forces with the other 9 ASEAN countries to be one ASEAN strong. And the first integration effort is called DEFA, Digital Economy Framework Agreements, which Thailand was the chair last year. It's a rotating chair. This year, the Minister of Digital Economy of Malaysia is the chair. And what's different now is that Malaysia is more aggressive than when Thailand was the chair. Malaysia said all these agreements takes forever for every countries to agree and align and come together. The world is moving very fast now. So they're changing their approach. They're launching this two-tier approach, meaning that before we were waiting for everyone to be ready in terms of compatibility of payments, standardization of imports, exports, customs clearances. They were waiting for everyone to standardize everything across the region, but they found it hard to move everyone at once. So the two-tier approach is this: they will no longer wait for everyone to be ready. The minister said from Malaysia said, just at least if you can group 4 to 5 countries on one initiative, we will just go for it. We just launch, and the rest will just catch up, right? And there are nine initiatives: free flow of people, free flow of payments, free flow of goods and services, cybersecurity, data flows across the region. There's so many different agendas, right? Different initiatives, and for each and some of the initiatives, before we were waiting for 10 countries to be ready at once, but now the two-tier approach.
Is Thailand ready? You think the way that you talk about?
Our job is to be in the first batch, not the second batch. Because now they're grouping into two, 3 batches. Once they can group 2, 3, 4 countries, they'll just move forward now, and the rest will just catch up. So in terms of payment, for instance, regional payment integration, if the Philippines or Indonesia, 50% of the transactions are still cash based, whereas in Thailand, mobile banking is super advanced, right? We're using less cash now than before. We may just group with Singapore or other more advanced countries with advanced payment infrastructure, and the rest will just follow. Our job as a country is to be on the first batch on every integration to make sure that we are ready to receive digital FDI. They projected that if we come together as one region, we will be able to attract $2 trillion US dollars into this region. And if we are not able to integrate together as one, we will only attract half, 1 trillion, but in the next 5 years, 2030. So we would rather be on the 2 trillion boat than the 1 trillion scenario. Thailand should really be preparing and get on the first batch with all the countries that are ready on the first go.
Right. Another alarming call, actually, very briefly, that we also talk about is Bitcoin national reserve. As well, we have seen actually all-time highs again and again recently. Of course, I am not going to ask you about the trajectory of Bitcoin, but what about the national level? Because the last time we talked about it, we haven't seen any pragmatic plan from the government. But have you talked to government officials recently to raise the issue about Bitcoin national reserve?
I've been saying many times publicly that Thailand should not be complacent, especially in this Bitcoin strategic reserve. President Trump has been clear from the day he resumed his office, second term, that he's going to make America, the US, great again by leading on two areas. They're going to be the AI hub, and they're going to be the cryptocurrency hub of the world. And the two strategies to become a cryptocurrency hub of the world was the Genius Act by flourishing the US dollar stablecoin. That was the first strategy. And the second strategy is to aggregate $1 million of Bitcoin into the strategic reserve. After G20 took the action, after G7 took the action, after the US, after China, after the UK, even Bhutan has taken the action. Front run us for 2 years now, right? A small country like Bhutan, but they're going to be wealthier than us with their reserve. It's just, and the best analogy for this is to look at the gold standard. Like right now, the Bank of Thailand has a lot of gold as reserve.
Yeah.
And gold has market price, right? For every decades, every generation, every year, there's a moving market price every day. Which central bank took the first action on the gold reserve would have the lowest cost, right? Right now, every central banks have gold in their vaults. But if Thailand were to start a gold reserve today, the price per ounce is not economical anymore, right? The price of gold per unit is much higher than 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 4,000 years ago. And the last central bank to take action would have the highest cost. Same thinking here with Bitcoin strategic reserve. The world is moving towards a digital economy, and the value that everything will be paid on in the future is Bitcoin. It's not physical gold, like physical economy. And the last central bank that takes the action it's not going to be economical for this central bank, right? It's going to be one of the highest buyer of Bitcoin. It's going to cost our country fortunes to just keep up or catch up with Bhutan, a small country like Bhutan. It's the same concept.
So how, very quickly, last question. So when you talk to government, what's their response if you push them for Bitcoin strategy reserve for Thailand? Is there any pushback?
Stuck at the central bank of Thailand. But then the central bank said, this is a huge thing. The definition of money has not been updated for 80 years, right? It has to be through the parliament. It's red tapes, in other words, right? A lot. But look at the U.S. economy. It's I don't know how many times bigger than our economy. The bill is moved, right? Every state now. They have so many states, and the Bitcoin Reserve Act is moving. It's progressing. If a country that big can move, Thailand can move quicker. Right? It's just a matter of just taking the action and educating the people with power to just align with where the world is heading, to be aligned with where the world.
And now, of course, it's during the transition for the BOT government too. So we will see which one will become the future government and their policy on Bitcoin National Strategy Reserve too. Today, thank you for your time, Kun Jirayut Srupsrisopa, founder and group CEO of Bitkub Group Holdings, to give us insights on digital economy and cryptocurrency growth. Thank you, Kun Top.
Thank you, Kap.
Kap, ขอบคุณมากค่ะ More news to come.